Meanwhile, Greenland is also gearing up for elections, which have been overshadowed by Donald Trump's aggressive rhetoric about acquiring the island. The ruling Siumut party has announced plans to hold an independence vote after next month's elections. Greenland is a semi-autonomous territory that's part of Denmark, which strongly opposes President Trump's plans. DW has been there to speak to some of the people at the heart of the discussion.
Greenlandic fisherman and hunter Lars Heilmann heads out into the fjord. It's late morning here, but it's still dark in winter.
I'm fishing the most is the black halibut with the long line.
Too rough out at sea for a catch today, according to the 31-year-old, but plenty of work to do, like filling up with petrol. Lars takes a relatively relaxed view on the US president's regular declarations that he wants to buy this country.
I don't think it's going to be necessary to be worried about that. I don't think we need other country to help us.
But while Donald Trump says his buying of Greenland would be good for the 56,000 population of this country, the reason he states for wanting it is US national security. He repeated his claims again, even after taking office.
Greenland is necessary, not for us, it's necessary for international security. You have Russian boats all over the place, you have China boats all over the place, warships.
Not in the port of the capital, perhaps, but the US military uses radar to track ship movements in the high Arctic from their military base already stationed in the far north of Greenland. Greenland's Prime Minister says they welcome increased cooperation with Washington, but rejects the suggestion of a takeover.
Greenland is not for sale. Greenland's future must be decided by the people of Greenland. We don't want to be Danish. We don't want to be American.
As a former of its colonies, Greenland remains an autonomous territory of the Kingdom of Denmark, and many people want independence. The Danish Prime Minister has reportedly told Trump that they're open to holding talks about increased US military presence in Greenland, but has ruled out any discussion of a sale. Out in the fjord of Nuuk, like most Greenlanders, Lars is very aware there's also huge interest in the mining potential in Greenland for minerals like uranium and lithium. And he thinks it puts them in a strong position.
So you can use to the electric car, to the battery. We have so many minerals in Greenland, so we don't have to be worried about we can stand up by ourselves.
Those minerals are of interest to all of the global players, however, and because of them, attention on Greenland is unlikely to wane.
Let's pick up those interests with Damien Degeorges, who's a Reykjavik-based consultant who specialises in Greenland and has written about the territory's significance. He joins us from Malmö in Sweden today. You do get about. Welcome. You've described Greenland as being at the crossroads of American, European and Asian interests. Just outline for us who wants what from it.
Well, Greenland is at the middle of big power games between America, Europe, and Asia also. In 2019, you had already Donald Trump willing to buy Greenland. And at the time, you could say that he was willing to buy Greenland before the Chinese do. Then the Chinese are no longer really on the picture in Greenland. Now it's a matter of defending certain values. And Donald Trump's military threat may end up being a catalyzing force for Greenland rejoining at the end of the day the EU, just like Putin was with regards to Sweden and Finland joining NATO.
OK, but tell us what they want. Tell us, is it about the mineral wealth? Is it about Greenland's location? What is it?
It is about many things. Greenland is part of North America, geographically speaking. It's if you see it in geopolitical terms, Greenland is a US defense zone under Danish sovereignty. So the US is already at home in Greenland. And it's a matter of defending Greenland, making sure no one would have a say on Greenland through investments. And that was the problem with China at the time. And of course, you have all kinds of minerals and resources that could attract any power.
Is the thing
Such
about
as
if we talk about Greenland's mineral wealth, for example, we know it's there. It sounds like it hasn't been exploited yet. If anyone does start exploiting it, do you not run the risk of massive ecological damage to what looks like a fishing-based economy?
Well, oil and gas has been dropped. Basically, it has never been found oil and gas in Greenland in a commercially viable way. And for minerals, the main focus is on rare earth. Uranium has been a big issue for now. There is no talks about uranium. But you have many things in Greenland. We saw fish in your report. You have also freshwater. Greenland is home to about 10% of the world's freshwater reserve. And in the future, water will be a critical issue, even more than today.
But again, if you're going to start exploiting those commercially, those rare earths, don't you run the danger of inflicting environmental damage?
There are several projects that could be concerned with regards to rare earths. There is one that includes uranium, and that is the most problematic, according to Greenlanders. And there is another one that is not touching on uranium.
All right, just let's see, just finally, which way do you see any independence vote from Denmark going?
Well, it's a long shot, and at the end of the day, you may see Greenlanders looking for the stronger autonomy within the Kingdom of Denmark than talks about independence, because this military threat was a true wake-up call for Greenland.
OK, thank you for joining us, Damien Degeorges.
Thank you.